Donut 1, Blockbusters and Bombshells. Much of the headline-grabbing fallout from the Dallas Mavericks week of blockbusters and bombshells isn't really headline-worthy at all. The bad form shown by the Mavs in their in-game trade of Harrison Barnes. Nah. The scoop that the Luka-KP combo makes Dallas an increasingly attractive place for others to play? Der GM Donnie Nelson announcing that the Mavs will in the summer of 2019 be active and opportunistic? No kidding, Sherlock. Donut 2, we like stars, but here's the angle, and the quote, that is getting buried. Asked about the specifics of future Mavs targets, Donnie drew a picture so simply even us coloring book-level analysts can read. We like stars, Donnie grinned, we like stars. And lots of them. Donut 3, dismissing the HB controversy, so let's dispense with the silly distractions and the meaningless hot takes. Barnes may have been pained by the way the transaction went down, but just as he was the ultimate pro here, he was the ultimate pro in how he handled it. And any pained Mavs fan who loves HB from watching him on TV cannot be as pained as the people in this building who actually know him and love him as an actual person. I don't have words for Harrison Barnes, Nelson said, choking up. Honestly, he's the ultimate professional. He's been everything and more that we've hoped for in terms of community. It all hurts a lot when you lose guys like that. It hurt HB, too, in a way, a hurt that must have started on the Sunday before, when DB Kama wrote very specifically about the day that teams would make their trade calls to Dallas. That day was Wednesday, as Harrison obviously knew, no matter how anyone tries to morph him into a martyr now. Donut 4, dismissing the cold, hot takes. Meanwhile, WOJ and others have raised a lot of eyebrows for nothing that 19-year-old rookie Luka Doncic, the blockbuster, get of 8 months ago, an almost all-star with plenty of those berths in his future, teaming with 23-year-old Kristaps Porzingis, the blockbuster, get of 8 days ago, who already has an all-star berth to his credit, ups the attractiveness of Dallas for free agents. It is with no disrespect to WOJ that I exclaim sarcastically, my gosh. Why didn't DallasBasketball.com think to break that story? We did write about it, though, with Matthew Postins. Here, seriously, put your eyebrows back down where they belong. Donut 5, the Luka acceleration. Donnie makes the point that Luka's surprising trajectory has accelerated almost everything Dallas was planning. If Luka would have, I think, taken a more traditional trajectory, gone through your typical rookie season, you may not have seen some of these moves, Nelson said. That was definitely a factor, with his timing. We were expecting a little bit more of a learning curve with Luka. He certainly has caught the world by storm and has just taken everything to a different level and has really taken hold of that quarterback position, and that certainly drove some of the decision-making for us. In short, Luka revealed early on, even while starting at the Nelly invention on Overdrive. Point 4, that he can play the one. So Dennis Smith Jr. can be traded to the Knicks for KP. And the summer cap room can be sacrificed, if necessary, now that we've got KP, which it was. But then the summer cap room can be regained because now we don't need Barnes as the centerpiece because Luka and KP are that, so the Sacto trade regains the summer cap room. And the next blockbuster and bombshell? We like stars, Donnie grinned. We like stars, and lots of them. Donut 6, the bumps to come. There are no guarantees here. And the bumps are still being endured. The Mavs won last Wednesday over the Hornets. By the way, they joined Sacto as a bidder on Barnes, and wouldn't that have been controversial had he switched employers at mid-game, but then came Friday's home loss to the Bucks, and then came the Sunday matinee at the AAC against the Blazers, a shocking win in a shocking way, as you'll learn by coming into the AAC with Matt Golotson's coverage here. With a glance ahead to tonight at Houston, too, so Dallas record as 26-29. They are in the number 11 spot in the West standings. This has happened despite the continuing brilliance of Doncic, who is just good enough to keep Dallas from being bad, but not quite good enough when public debate about tanking. Donut 7, quotable, part of the excitement of being a Mavericks management person, owner, fan, coach, is seeing this young man every single day just kind of continue to push the envelope. It's exciting, it's inspiring, it's taken our franchise and really opened up a lot of doors. Donnie on Luka. Donut 8, to the future. In recent years, the final weeks of the Mavs NBA seasons have largely been about getting it over with, about enduring the pain. Des Smith Jr. relieved that a bit last year in that 24-win campaign, and Dirk Nowitzki's presence has always done the same. But there is both hope and promise now. And after Dallas essentially just stepped to the plate 3 times and hit 3 grand slams, why not swing big again? Donut 9, another grand slam. I'm already seeing some critics concede to lower expectations for what Dallas might do some July 1st with its projected $30 million of cap room. And remember, that counts as $17 mil cap hold but is not affected by what the Mavs wish to do with Porzingis. He can get his 5-year, $158 mil deal and Dallas still has that $30 mil to spend elsewhere. DB.com has written a great deal about guys like Nikola Vucevic and Goran Dragic. There were ways to do them both before the deadline, mathematically, and there are reasons to revisit such ideas in the summer. But those are Tier 2 stars. Why would a team prioritize Tier 2? Donut 10, Tier 1. First, it would be a ridiculous strategy to make them no. 1 priorities without shooting your shot at the Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving and Kawhi Leonard level. Bookkeeping on KD, his max exceeds Dallas' $30 mil of room. It's $38 mil. But there are ways to get there, including using the stretch provision on Courtney Lee. Donnie said, there are household names, but as you know, we've had good luck with. But not the max level guys. And indeed, if it comes to it, a pair of Tier 2 acquisitions earning $15 million each can help too. Donut 11, a desired style? I've now interviewed an assortment of Mavs people on this subject of exactly what Dallas needs. And the answers vary. Owner Mark Cuban and Donnie have both suggested that Porzingis can be a 5. People scoffed when I wrote that immediately after the trade, but I'm just telling you what they think. So does he need a sidekick who is a rebounding bully? A rim runner? Mavs folks talk to me a lot about a perimeter bulldog, especially somebody who can guard waterbug point guards. Are there ways beyond the $30 mil to get that sort of premier role player? Coach Rick Carlisle talks about the new era of basketball in which keeping teams under 100 is going to be a challenge. So does that mean we need more scoring, or people to prevent the other guy from scoring? Check Donnie's headline words again. I think that's the core answer. Donut 12, the final word. We will absolutely be active, as always, Nelson said. It's going to be a very interesting and opportunistic summer. We certainly are positioned to make some noise. We're riding the Luka wave and the Kristaps wave and trying to surround these guys with the right young core. The future's really, really bright, and the headline story here is that the July 1st bidding should start with another guy who can be his own wave. Because we like stars.